Well, he was the first man to amass a double-digit winning streak in the shark-infested lightweight waters in the UFC. The former interim champion, El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson, back on the proving ground here tonight.
Tony Ferguson was able to navigate the toughest division in the UFC. He's one of the most diverse, nasty strikers the UFC has ever seen. And you couple that with that college wrestling background, every time you step foot in the octagon with Ferguson, you know you have your hands full. One of the most exciting fighters the UFC has ever seen.
He is an 8-point striker, outstanding submission game, has a lot of good chokes in his arsenal. He'll lean on that Darce choke, has a pretty good triangle as well.
Watch that low single.
I'm telling you, Tony Ferguson ready to prove yet again that he is one of, if not the best lightweight on planet Earth. Tony Ferguson ready to battle and take home that elusive UFC gold. All right, here's the Armenian Arman Tsarukyan, a lightweight that many believe will one day be wearing UFC gold around his waist. The winning streak is in tow, and the strength of schedule has just been fantastic, really dating to the Islam Makhachev fight back in 2019. At times, perhaps Tsarukyan has been a victim of expectation, but largely he has lived up to what was some appreciable hype when he signed with the UFC back in 2019. He has inched his way towards contention. He's a guy that some have called the boogeyman of lightweight division, a guy that a lot of people don't want to fight. Eventually, you gotta fight him. We'll see if he can rise to the occasion here tonight. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon. We find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Tony El Cucuy Ferguson. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the World, Arman Tsarukyan.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
So ever since winning season 13 of The Ultimate Fighter, the finishes have continued to pile up for Tony Ferguson. He is must-see TV, as offensively gifted as any fighter on the roster, and has as good a cardio department as anybody on the roster. We'll see how Ferguson...
This is big. That's big.
All right, so the taller fighter lands a knee, and Daniel Cormier to my right, I can hear him saying, I wish I was a little bit taller. Nice jab by Tsarukyan. Dynamic strike there from Tony Ferguson, former football player, baseball player, collegiate wrestler, breakdancer too, by the way, DC. This is a man who is truly a plus athlete who can do it all. Oh man, these fighters are trading strikes early on.
It's exactly what we expected from these two.
Big right hand. Huge left hand.
Oh! You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on the feet. Oh! Massive shots.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Moving his head pretty well defensively on the ground here. Ferguson's in half guard. Side control now. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Tsarukyan is back to the side control now.
I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away, to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
30 seconds now to go in the opening round. Hard ground and pound shot there, and yes, it was hard. Opened him right up. Round two straight ahead. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure. But nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward.
You ready to fight? You ready? Let's do it.
Second round underway.
That's a big strike right there.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. And now leather being thrown on both sides. And again, dealing with that cut. Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. I mean, he's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school. Nice shot there by the champ.
Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured.
Oh, man, he's hurt.
Just out of range with that right hand. Three minutes now to go, round two. Tsarukyan going for the takedown, he misses. Just out of the range with that right hand. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. Right there, his opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
He's going to try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Heel hook looks tight.
Oh, wow. Oh!
Nice work, guys.
Oh! Beautiful job to escape.
Great job clearing the knee, getting his weight all the way across and defending that heel hook.
That was fun to watch.
Every time he lands, the cut gets worse. What a great job recognizing his easiest path to victory.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. El Cucuy's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Ferguson. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. And there is the horn. Gotta feel good going back to the stool after that round. Great round from Ferguson.
All right, listen. I need you to be more active this round. You cannot wait and try to counter everything. He's getting to you first. I need you to get that head movement going.
Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round 3 of a possible 5. Ferguson gets caught by that straight punch. You gotta do better than that defensively.
That was a big check.
All right, so perhaps he's gonna have that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Oh, nice right hand.
Oh, Superman punch. All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack. Oh!
He's hurt bad.
So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like.
Oh, he's got him hurt here. 2 minutes have gone by. Oh, and he caught the kick. Well, he caught the kick there and then counters with a takedown. So a lot of fighters, when they catch that kick, will move immediately into the takedown, and it worked out for him there.
It worked out great. Caught the leg, drove right into his opponent, and put him on his back.
Another strike hits that eye area, and it is getting messier by the minute up there.
Well, he's getting targeted now. He's been hitting that spot so many times that his opponent sees the cut, and the cut is advancing. Beautiful transition.
Really smart approach by the offensive fighter, badgering that cut. More blood by the minute.
If head movement wasn't important early, it's very important now because that cut has gotten a lot worse.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
All right, so we're starting to see some swelling now, DC. We'll see if he can make some adjustments defensively.
He's taking too many of these shots up top. I mean, he's got to move his head right away. He's waiting, being reactive. You got to be active in your motions before your opponent sets up their attacks.
That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. So what a round it was. One guy gets knocked down, then the other fighter answers. I think both of them are going to enjoy this 60-second breather on the stool.
Anything you can do, I can do better. And that's exactly what we saw in the previous round. One guy gets knocked down, he gets up. Other guy gets knocked down, he gets up even better. You stagger when you're getting up, I'll stagger all the way across the octagon, but I will get myself back composed and be ready to fight you again.
Ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. 4th round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about this championship round.
The 4th round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so...
Huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands, Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it, to go and end the fight. Oh, landed some big shots, too. Oh, nice body shot.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot. He's got to start throwing down.
Yeah, that punch was blocked. All right, well, if you like blood, perhaps this is the fight for you. That.
Oh, he hurt him again, bro. I mean, geez Louise.
Holding on to him here, not really doing too much, perhaps just looking to recover. Under three. The strongest he has landed thus far tonight.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Oh, right hand.
Just hard to know what's coming from Tony Ferguson. Hard to know which leg he's going to lead with. All right, well, that blow is buffeting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
Tsarukyan is back in half guard. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Tsarukyan's eye now closing up. Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, another strike lands from the top.
Nice strike lands from the bottom. He passes the half.
A series of punches from the top here by Tsarukyan.
Wow, he actually reversed the position, but he didn't stop there. He took a strong top position himself.
El Cuckoo is looking to pass here, denied by the opponent. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so there's the end of the round. Tough job, but somebody's got to do it, man. Absolutely incredible. Both fighters got stunned. It's amazing to think that we fight on.
We are in the best seat in the house to watch two men go out there and really lay it on the line. Both got hurt, but even when they were hurt, neither one of them looked like they wanted to take a step back. This is the exact type of fight they expected and the type of fight that they're delivering to the fans.
All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish, too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
Well, an appreciative capacity crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. That previous round, I mean, get the bonus checks ready. That was insane.
It's done. These guys are taking home the $50,000. They laid it all on the line. They dropped a quarter in the middle of the octagon, and they said, let's go. What a round.
All right, so he earned respect from his opponent early on with the power, and now the swelling really started to become a factor. Oh! That'll do it!
Oh, my goodness.
What an absolutely crazy knockout here, and that's going to be a hard knockout from which to recover for his opponent, but the celebration is on. One of the biggest wins in his UFC career.
Massive win for this young fighter. He got the knockout victory. What a performance.
All right, we now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 44 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Arman Tsarukyan!
All right, so there he is, the still undisputed UFC lightweight champion. And when you're taking on lightweight #1 contender types and knocking them out like this, just scary to think just how high the ceiling is for this young man.
Lightweight is the deepest division in the entire UFC, and if you can reign a topic like this young man has, it tells you how truly special he is. Congratulations on another great performance.